What's up, YouTube? Angry Jackalope Roberts. It's Friday. I know it's a day early. I got some stuff that's going to be going down tomorrow with the wifey. So fuck it. I said fuck it. We'll do it Friday. So let's see. Oh, I am fucking sore. I just started working out again, and I am fucking sore. And we went. I took my daughter shooting today. That was fun. She really enjoyed that. She wants to be a police officer, so she wants to get used to shooting at the range and all the other stuff. So that's what we did. So that was actually pretty good. Pretty good. Let's see. 30 frames, nothing dropped. Everything looks good. We're 5x5. And shit, maybe Friday is a bad day. Where's my lopes? Where are my lopes at? Where my lopes at? Where my lopes at? Oh, lopes at. Well, while the lopes are getting notifications and stuff, I gotta take my meds. I just realized I didn't take my meds yet. So I'll go ahead and do that for right now. Doodly doo. Let's see, what do we got here? Butterscotch. That's weird. Nobody. Where's everybody at? I guess everybody got some good shit to do on a Friday. I know Saturday is when we're supposed to do this, and I really hope that people see this after. Or if they see this after the fact, they go, oh shit, alright, there was no Saturday show. And they don't fuck off a Saturday waiting for some stuff. What's up, Bronx? Thank God. I'm starting to get nervous. Starting to think, fuck, I'm going to do a show and ain't nobody going to be here. How you doing, man? What's up, Bear? What's cracking, guys? How you motherfuckers doing? On a Friday. There we go. Okay. Alright. Usual suspects are starting to roll in. Vixen in his house. Meow, 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 meow. Hey, you know, it's funny, Vixen. I was eating lunch with the wife the other day at this spot, and motherfucker walks in with a freaking meow, 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 meow on a shirt. I was like, hey man, I like your shirt. I said, I got a shot glass. Hey, what's up, Lyrilope? How you guys doing on a Friday? Look, I'm drinking a magical concoction here called the Flying Cauldron. Butterscotch beer. Tastes like candy. Tastes like liquid candy. I was like, not sure I was going to like this. I just had a weird craving, you know? Weird craving for butterscotch. Butterscotch of all things. So, actually I made a shirt, Vixen. I made one. Did I keep it up here? I don't know if I kept it up here or not. I think I showed it last week. It's like different colors. But it's got like the sad cat, like the one looking he's about to cry. He's all like this. And it was like, dude, you're freaking me out. Because, you know what's funny is, you can't even get that shot glass anymore. What's up, Brian? You can't even get that shot glass. I was going to buy like 3 or 4 of those freaking me out shot glasses from Spencer's, which is where I got it from initially. Can't get it anymore. You cannot get it anymore. I'm like, what the fuck? So I even sent them an email. I was like, hey guys, could you guys just print more of those up? Because those are really dope shot glass. And I know quite a few people that would love to just have one, just to have. Not even to really get drunk or anything, but just to have, because it was fucking cool. You know? No Cthulhu ballsack. No Cthulhu ballsack. Yeah, the shirt the dude had was it's a fairly common cat it's the one that's wearing the shades that has like the spirals in it. Like I've seen that cat so many times. Like it's like a cartoon cat, but he's wearing like the old school 80s aviator style glasses. I think those are what those are called. The big glasses. Anyway, it had like the hypnotic little swirls in it, and then it had like in bright things that said, "You're freaking me out." And I was all, I like that. In fact, I might change up that design that I have on the Tactical Geek. I think I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna change that motherfucker up and do it a little bit different. So, my where is it? 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 Ah, it's behind me. So yeah, I got all kinds of updates and some fun stuff. So I just got an email. Just got myself an email from Sneak. And they have a new flavor popping off this month that I'm going to be checking out. That's like, it looks really good. It's like watermelon strawberry. Strawberry watermelon. I'm like, woo, that sounds good. Yaxter, what's up? J-Hall, good. I'm glad people are fucking up in here because I was all nervous. I was like, holy shit. I told some peeps that I wasn't going to be on tomorrow. I wanted to make sure I did a show for you guys. So I did one yesterday, which was actually pretty fun. On the Robert R. Ricks one, that was pretty fun. That one was pretty crazy. It was a story time where some creative words were thrown out, and we did some stuff. So that was actually pretty good. And then tomorrow, hey, what's up, Stock and Wolf in the hizzy? Hell yeah! It looks like we're getting a good group up in here today. What else was I gonna tell you? So did the story time. That was a lot of fun. And then since I'm gonna be, my wife, she just started working again back here in Utah. She's not travel nursing anymore. So since she's back, a bunch of her old friends hadn't seen her for like 4 fucking months. And so I figured it, Bronx. I fucking figured you were at work yesterday. I fucking figured it. I was like, damn it, I don't see Bronx. I think his ass is at fucking work. But that's because you're like Jamaican. You're like Jamaican. Like, you're always working. Just like me. You're always fucking working. But anyway, it was fun. Let's see, bedtime story. We could call you exactly. I was like, well, I can't sleep, Rob. Can you give me a story? One story. You know what's funny? It's actually really funny you say that, because my wife, years and years and years ago, she used to say that to me all the time. She'd be like getting kind of sleepy, and then she saw, oh, babe, could you give me what? Ah, you fucker. You fucker. You're so bad, Brian. You're a fucker, dude. Oh, I was out today and saw a lady dressed like the angry jackalope, wearing your patch on her jacket. So cute. And a midget, by the way. I talked to her. She loves you, Rob. Nikki is her name. Oh my god. Yeah, Brock, you're gonna have a good time. It was a good one. It was a good one indeed. So anyway, a couple things I wanted to share with you guys. So, like I said, got that new flavor coming out. I think it comes out on the 29th of it's like a week from today. It's like a week from today it's coming out. I'm gonna order it. Again, it's coming from the UK, so it's one of those things that it takes a second or two for it to arrive. And so I'll probably be doing a review on them for a while. I've been meaning to do one for a while now. I just haven't had time. Partly because I've just been so damn busy. I've been doing a lot of stuff, such as I finished two more of these bad boys right here. So this one right here is called the Travel Master, and I think I actually have a better. No, There it is. So it's called Travel Master, and really what it is, you know, some of us have to do just a boatload of traveling, and oftentimes when you're traveling, you have to keep track of a lot of different shit. So, for example, anybody, even if you're just casually traveling, right? You gotta track your flight information, hotel information, rent a car information, and then for me, one of the big things is a lot of times there's always something I forget, something vital I forget. So I put this here so you can put your own little list of, hey, fuckhead, don't forget shit, you know, which is happens all the time, all the time. She didn't want to scare Rob though. Hell yeah, fuck that. That's scary shit. And then, you know, I've got stuff like receipt tracking, so you could track, you know, your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, and other types of meals and stuff like that. So it has like date, location, time, amount. Was it a solo? Was it a group? Who was there? What was the purpose of it? What was the total amount, etc. You know, just a bunch of good shit for you to track your stuff. So there's like that. So there's and then there's a generic one for just tracking non-meal type receipts. So it's just a nice big list of date, location, time, amount, what card you used, and notes, you know. And then there's also a mileage tracker. So a lot of times, you know, you're driving to meetings and things of that nature, and you want to track your mileage. So that's in there. And then there's also a journal. So when you're actually keeping track of what you've been doing on the day and stuff like that. Do you have an entertainment section of the book? Yes, that falls under the this one right here, the money tracker non-meals. And actually, technically speaking, yes, I also have a fourth category under meals. This whole big section here that I coded other for people that actually do have to entertain clients. Well, not necessarily for tranny midget porn, because you'd probably have a pretty tough time getting your work to reimburse you unless you happen to be in a very colorful industry. Okay? So this one right here is actually pretty useful. I have quite a few friends that do a lot of traveling, and a lot of times they're bitching that it's tough for them to keep the receipts and everything. And so this is a partial solution. And then on the back side, inside of here, is where you would get one of those adhesive little envelope type deals. Stick it in there and just start cramming all the receipts in the back. And then you've got nice little portable shit here for that. This is not just for fucking business people. Like for me, like when I do traveling, like we do cruises and things of that nature, there's a lot of times something like this would just be super helpful, just for the simple fact that we usually have budgets, and I'm always struggling to remember, you know, just how much we've spent. Also, you know, tracking the flight information, hotel information, rent-a-car information, etc., all on just a single page. That's actually pretty useful. So anyway, this one was done. It's up on Lulu. And this is the one, though. This is the one that I am super excited about, actually. I can't wait to start using this one. So this one is a day planner, but it's not your average day planner. And this one is, I think that was this picture here. Yeah. It's called Time Master is what I called this one. And this one, I think Oliver at Slice do. I like this just because of the foxes on it. What does the fox say? Beep, 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 beep. What? You want to see the door behind me move again? Got me all spooked now. Got me looking at that shit. Dog's not up here, so dog's not walking around. Hey, what's up? Simacom! Happy Friday, you crazy sons of bitches. Looking like I came at the right time if you guys are talking about tranny midget porn. Yeah, Jesus Christ, right? So she gives you photos, nice. Did anyone see the door behind Rob move again? Seriously, that door fucking moves? Don't fuck with me, dude. That's like, this house has been doing weird shit. So I had some shit, man. It felt like something straight ran and bumped my leg. My wife was sitting back here. I was sitting here and I was working on some shit. It was probably about 3:30 in the fucking morning. And, you know, dog's downstairs. And something just said, ba-boom. And I looked down and it freaked me the fuck out. And I thought, dude, that was the biggest rat ever. Like, it had some substance, and it just bumped, ran past my leg, bumped it. I was like, what the fuck? I jumped out of my chair, and my wife's like, what? I'm like, something just fucking ran past my fucking leg. And she's like, whatever. I'm like, no fucking whatever. Seriously, some shit just ran past my fucking leg. Freaked me the fuck out. Got me paranoid, too. I'll be looking outside. I'll be looking at my cameras on a regular basis, too, looking at shit. That gold read takes up half. This one? You like this shit? Look at that. Look at that. Yes, it's gaudy. Yes, it's garish. But it's the motherfucking Infinity Gauntlet ring. You like that shit? See, I was making up. These ones are supposedly going to be my actual, you know, because these glow. Although the red doesn't glow very bright, but the other one glows. So I'm trying to cover this hand with enough. But in the meantime, we're gonna go with the Infinity Gauntlet. And Simulcon will appreciate this shit. Straight knockoff from fucking China. It's gonna turn my fucking hands green, but fuck it. I wanted to try it out before even considering dropping actual moolah for that shit. And I told my wife too. I said, you know what? This shit is kind of gangster. I kind of like this big ass bling bling shit. I was like, I wonder if I can actually get a fucking real gold with like rubies and sapphire and shit. It's some ungodly thick, fucking heavy ass fucking ring. Cause this bitch is pretty goddamn thick, and it's not hollowed out. You know, like some rings, they're all big on the top, but they're hollowed out. I was like, man, I want to get an actual full fucking gold one. And what would be real sick is to make it a little bit raised and actually put some recessed lighting in that motherfucker so it lights up. Oh, okay. Thank you, bro. Woo, Simacon, thank you very much, man. That shit fucking freaked me out, man. So yeah, as I was saying, this Time Master, this is like a day planner that was really designed around my workflow. Like, here, this is retarded. Check this out. So I start I put it this way, in my day at like fucking 8 o'clock in the morning, right? So the scheduling part for like meetings and shit starts at 4. So 4 a.m. It goes 4 a.m. down to 2:45 p.m. and 3 p.m. all the way down to 1:45. So basically from 4 in the morning till 2 in the morning, or another way to look at it would be from 4 in the afternoon to 2 in the afternoon the next day. So it's kind of an unorthodox way of looking at scheduling. Because some people work nighttime, some people work daytime, some people work a combination of some weird shit. So, I mean, it basically gives you enough in here for you to cover, I don't know, roughly 22 hours. You got 22 hours worth of work that's covered inside of here. So again, like from 4 in the morning till 2 in the morning the next day, I mean, you have pretty much a whole fucking thing in here depending on how you want to schedule your day. Really, you know, and then there's like a 2-month base calendar right here, and then at the beginning of each week there's like a little weekly breakdown, and then Then it gets into your daily deal. Now this one is actually a lot of fun right here. This guy. I went and did stuff like top tasks that I need to get done, my personal task, target goals. So a lot of times, you know, you're trying to figure out, you know, for your personal goals, what are some of the things that has to happen for you to keep trudging ahead for you to hit those personal goals, right? And then I have a thing in here called mantra, which is kind of like, think of it like this. Let's just simplify it for people that don't understand what a mantra is. Let's just say it's a kind of a positive expression or a slogan for yourself for a day. Okay, so it might be something, your personal mantra might be something like, today is going to be a great day. I'm going to just kick ass, right? And then, in addition to writing it down, I have 7 little check boxes here for you to say that throughout the day. So you keep saying it. You keep saying it, keep saying it, right? And for some of you guys, it might seem a little woo-woo. You might be like, ah, whatever. But there is something to be said about, I haven't seen that job yet. I haven't seen him in here yet. Something to be said about positive mindset and actually kind of mind over matter type stuff. And then there's a thing here that says personal dream. Like, you want to keep reminding yourself why you're busting your ass. Like, why are you doing the shit that you do? And then I had to do some stuff in here. So I have like the date. Did I have good sleep? Yes or no? How long did I sleep? Did I have any cool dreams? And then at the end of the day, when I go back to debrief, there's going to be a thing here that says give the day a title. So hopefully it'll be a lot of good titles. Hopefully it won't be a day like, it won't be a title like, you know, Satan's balls in my mouth day. And then there's meals, because I have to keep reminding myself to eat. So I have like breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, yum yum, right? Literally says yum yum. Like, I try to make this shit fucking fun, you know? And then water or something else that you need to track throughout the day. And then meds. For me, I have to take some meds and have to keep reminding myself, hey, fuckhead, here's your alarm, take that med, whatever. And then event of the day. Like, there's usually something that happens during the day that is the focal point, kind of sums up the whole fucking day, you know? What are you grateful for? A lot of times we fixate on all this negative shit. So, you know, it's like, what are you grateful for? And then energy level at the beginning of the day, and then you track your energy level at the end of the day. So you kind of want to see how you start off and how you're ending. Mood. What was your mood at the beginning of the day? What's your mood at the end of the day? What's your goal for the day? Was it successful? You know, what happened? Lessons learned. Did it happen before? Now, see, this is important. A lot of times we get into these infinite loops where something happens and it fucks our shit up. And then we look at it and we go, oh, it's because of this. But we didn't really learn our lesson, and it just keeps happening. And then it says, could it have been avoided? So what this is doing is kind of making you debrief yourself throughout the day on the shitty stuff and say, damn, this, yeah, I'm seeing a trend here. And then there's a section here called strategy. So strategy is, what are you going to do the next time that situation pops off, right? And then there's stressors. So you can put scoring on here. It's like, you know, what's your score on money, bills, school, job, health problems, love, mood, weather, tragedy. And then stuff that's usually overlooked. Your mobility, walking, the ability to walk or run. Food, ability to eat, home, place to sleep, entertainment, water, things like that. Let's see. I'll have to look at that second in a little bit, Lyra. Purpose. That's something that I think a lot of people tend to overlook. Are you actually doing stuff that fulfills your purpose, what you think your actual need is? So this one is fun. And this one is probably one of my cheapest little workbooks, so planner, whatever. And all of these are up for 40% off up on Lulu. So if you guys are interested in any of this, or somebody watches this after the fact, just come take a look. It's on lulu.com. Just search for Robert R. Ricks and you'll find it. So that's that. So I just point those things out because I know there's some people that, you know, dig that stuff and wanna take a look at it. Let me catch up here. Let's see. Hey Vix, everyone's doing. Don't let your meat loaf. Yeah, I try not to. New story time word. Yeah, Satan balls in my mouth. Salty. Doing great. Order my first tops now. Nice. Camp something. Oh, let's see. Camp something. Oh, I think I know which one it is. Yeah, I think it's this autofocus. So what happens is, I think when I hold a book up, like it tries. See, watch Deadpool. Watch Deadpool for a second. Wait, let me get it over here. I think what happens is it sees something in the foreground or something, and it tries to focus on it, and it does this little type thing. Really fucking irritating. But anyway, I actually am making one of those, Yak. I am actually making a prepper book, but what it's called is what am I calling it? Hang on. I actually have a name for it. I have a name. Let's see. Yeah, I had it in my meeting master here. Hang on. It is called... There it is. Reliant Workbook. Reliant Workbook. Right there. So, yep. Actually had that one planned. And what that one does, that one actually will have stuff like... It'll have little worksheets and stuff. Let's see, Lyra, I may disappear. We are having a snowstorm and the lights keep dimming, so I may lose electricity. Electricity here in my town is not great. Oh, shit. Okay. Be careful. I was going to say, yeah, so it has like these little worksheets in the very front, okay? What is this? Lulu. Love, isn't she in the adult industry? Oh, maybe. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt there's like a Lulu Love. But what's neat is the Reliant Guide. That one's going to have like worksheets like how many people in your family, multiply this, this is a type of, this is how many things of water you need in a day. Okay, how much water loss are you having? Is it cold environment, hot environment? So it's going to have little worksheets that help you figure those things out. And then it's going to actually have inventory tracker, and then it's going to have rotation logs. So one of the problems that I've had in my personal preps is every so often I'll go through and review shit, and I'm like, oh my fuck, this shit is like 8 years old and it's useless, and I get really upset, and I'm like, damn it, I wish I would have known to take these cans out, put them in a thing. So trying to find a way to do rotation logs to say, okay, this is going to go here. And so if you have a thing that's there like a log, and you say, okay, you look on, like you say, rotate by, you know, January 2014. Well, you can look at your master list, and there it is. The other thing that I've had an issue with is I've got a bunch of medications and some other things like that oh, Camp Creek. Okay, that's cool. Nice. Yeah, exactly. You know, so check this out. Here, I'll show you. So some of the information that's going in there is some stuff that I was putting together before. I was putting together these things which I called PICs, P-I-C-S, personal information cards. And on the PICs here, it has stuff like water tips, disinfection proportions. So clear water, one quart is 2 drops of bleach, 1 gallon's 8 drops, 5 gallons is half teaspoon or 40 drops. Cloudy water, 1 quart, blah blah blah. And then, you know, there's some information that were there. Some other things like water tip. Let's see. where to find hidden water in your houses and stuff, like ice cubes, hot water tank, reservoir tank of the toilet, as long as you don't use any of that cleany stuff, boiling disinfection. And then it had like little water tips, kind of measurements. And then I had like a little medical section, on CCR type stuff, the compression things. Then there was like general information, length equivalents, area equivalents, weight equivalents, blah blah blah. So this was something I was working on years ago, and it was just called Pix, but I never really did anything with it. Well, now inside of that Reliant workbook, all of this information will basically be in there, as well as other stuff, and there'll be logs in there for you to use to keep track of your preps, keep track of your medicine. Because one of the things, like, I had a bunch of medicine I was sitting there and I was like, fuck, I don't remember what this is for, so here I've got some actual meds and I'm like, I think this is for this. Well, there'll be a section there for you to have notations on medication, dosage, things of that nature that you can research beforehand. So you say, okay, shit goes bad, how much of this is my son going to need at this weight? How much for a baby? How much for, whatever. And you might even do your own research if you have pets. You might say, okay, well, for my dog, I could use the same medication, but it's going to be at this dose. So you might hit your vet up and say, hey, I know, weird question for you, but I'm kind of curious. How much antibiotics for my dog if this happens? He steps on a fucking nail, injures his paw, but I heal him up, but I'm worried he might get infections. Normal vet be like, dude, just bring him in here. No, dude, you're gone. It's Armageddon. It's over. There is no vets. So what would I do? Oh, typical, one pill every day at blah, blah, blah. So there'll be notation in there for you to put that stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know, Vixen. I know. I'm screwed in certain ways too, just because I have to use a CPAP. And if I don't use a CPAP, then suddenly I get real tired real quick. Plus, as far as giving away positioning, in the event I fall asleep, I am a noise beacon. My snores are legendary. People swear there's grizzly bears in campsites that I fall asleep at. That's no joke. That's legit. My wife she kicked me out of the tent, made me go sleep in the car because I was waking up the entire fucking campsite. And I was like, God damn it. And so that kind of sucked. That really sucked. And the sad thing is, even if I'm not heavy, I snore. Like, I've snored when I was 175 pounds all the way up to 340 pounds. So the snoring does not fluctuate based off of weight. So there's some other stuff I want to show you guys. So you guys are familiar with this. So this is the very first book. That was final cover, blah, blah, blah. Some of you might have even seen this, which is the second cover, or the second book, I should say, second cover. So this is Volume 2, Liberation. And finally, I just finished day before yesterday. Or maybe it was yesterday. Shit, I don't remember now. This is the cover for the third book. So this is the final cover for Redemption. So I'm real excited about this. My wife really, really liked this cover. She thought it was really good because she read the third book and she felt it was very reflective of what went down in the story and stuff. So yeah, just want to share that with you guys just because, again, like I said, I've been super busy. These are all the things that I've been busy with, so I wanted to share that with you guys. I took my daughter shooting today. Oh, fucking retarded. Mine's a retarded chainsaw. Because with sleep apnea, you get a rhythm going. And all of a sudden, silence. And all of a sudden, so I stop breathing and then suddenly gasp like I'm dying because I think I probably am. And when my wife first started living with me, she would be like, oh, and I'd be holding my breath for a minute and she's like, oh, And all of a sudden, she's like, Jesus, hell. And so as time went on, I'd stop breathing and she would just rack me. Whatever, you know. But with the CPAP, when I first got the CPAP, it fucked her up because she had already been with me for, let's see, I got that CPAP after Angel was born. So she had already been with me for like 3 years. And then suddenly I get the CPAP. And it was like silence. You know, she would just hear the from the mask, but she wouldn't hear me snoring. She wouldn't hear me gasping. So the first night, I'm sitting there with this fucking mask on and shit. And she's like trying to sleep, but there's no noise. So she starts to freak out. She's like, she was just sitting there like nearby me. And she was watching my chest move. Because she said that first night she was so spooked because it was so quiet. And she had gotten so accustomed to the noise and the gasps and all the other stuff that when it was suddenly quiet, just a, she was like, she couldn't sleep. She couldn't sleep for like a week. For a week, she was just a wreck. Me, that first week, I was like, dun, 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 dun. I felt like fucking Superman. Oh my hell. I felt so good. And, but she was miserable. But then, you know, she got used to it. So it was okay. My daughter has that problem when she's sleeping and she's only 115 pounds. Yeah, if she's stopping breathing and she's gasping, you might want to go have her get a sleep study and get it checked out, because sleep apnea, is no joke, because it's so hard on your body. You have a lot of people that die from it from hypertension because there's so much stress that happens to your body as you're like, because my O2 level. So let me put in perspective for you. When I was young, and before it got really bad, as I got older, it seemed to get progressively worse. But when I was younger, I used to, spiders don't scare me. So if there is a big spider behind me, that's awesome. I'll just try to catch it and give it to my daughter, especially if it's like a tarantula. That'd be fucking amazingly cool. I don't see any though. There's a couple black widows. We've seen some black widows around here, but other than that, they're fucking small little house spiders and wolf spiders. When I was young, I could hold my breath for about 3 minutes. I think the longest I held my breath was about 3 minutes and 40, about 3:45, somewhere around there. I held that bitch forever because we used to do diving in Hawaii, and so my lungs were really good. Recently, I tried to do the hyperventilation and hold my breath, and it was about a minute and 15. A minute and 15 seconds was about the longest that I could hold my breath, which was still vastly better than the rest of my family. But it was really disturbing for me to see that my lung capacity had diminished. And they got these it's like a tube and it's got a little ball in it, and you blow in it to make the ball go up, right? So the doc, when I first went in to get diagnosed with sleep apnea, told me to blow in this thing. So I'm all blowing it, and the ball goes about midway, and he goes, okay, try again. And I'm like, dude, what's up with your thing, man? It's fucking broken. I'll blew it again. Goes up, it's nothing, right? And I'm like, dude, your shit's fucked up. And he goes, okay. So he cleans it all up, takes the mouthpiece off, puts a new one on. He blows it, boop, goes all the way to the top. I'm like, I said, oh, maybe I'm doing it wrong. Am I doing it wrong? He goes, no, you're doing it right. It's just your lungs are shit now because of the sleep apnea. You've damaged the lungs. The lungs are damaged now. I'm like, are you fucking serious? He goes, do you smoke? I'm like, no. He goes, do you smoke recreational, like weed? And I'm like, no, I don't smoke weed. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke anything. My new nurse might have even said, you smoke pole? You suck the dick? And I'm like, no, I don't do that either. Thank you for asking, but no, I'm happily married and I don't smoke the pole. But so yeah, when I saw how bad my lungs were, it really fucked with me, and that's when I said, okay, let's do the sleep study and everything. And then they wired me up like really invasively weird tests, and the tech that was doing my stuff, he said, dude, your shit is retarded, because one of the things that they put on you is a microphone. You wire microphones on you to volumize, to measure the volume of your snores. He said, holy shit. He goes, dude, I had to turn your mic off. I had to close your door, and I had to put stuff on the bottom of your door because you were waking up people in the other bays. And I'm all, dude, I'm sorry. And so they're like, okay. So he actually woke me up early. Like, it was supposed to have been 2 to 3 hours. I think 2 to 3 hours measured, and then they do 2 to 3 hours measured with a CPAP on you. So he gets to the part where they put the CPAP on me, and then I woke up and I felt great. And he was like, dude, you took to that like a fish to water. So yeah. Without the CPAP, that will really suck. Let's see. Vigan says my doc's talking about putting me on oxygen. Yeah, if your O2's not good and you're not getting what you need, listen to them. If they say here's some oxygen, take it. Take the oxygen. You held my breath 5 to 7 minutes. Really? You could, dude. You were able to hold that fucking long. After 1997, getting pneumonia, I'm down to 1 to 2 minutes tops. Dude, that's insane. If you were doing 5 to 7, now you're down to 1 to 2. That's huge. That's a huge drop. You know what I mean? My 3 to 1, you know, that sucked. But fuck, if I was 5 to 7, I'd be pissed. I'd be really mad. But yeah, that sucks. Pneumonia is rough. That is really hard on your system too. Crazy. But yeah, you know, the CPAP was a big deal for me. And then I have some friends dive to 100 feet plus underwater. Dude, oh man, yeah, you had some good fucking lungs then, and you were doing a deep dives too. I couldn't get that far down. I think the furthest I ever dove was probably about 20 feet, and that was already getting a little rough on my ears at about 20 feet. Yeah, maybe 25 feet. But you know, we were not too far off of shore. We were far enough out where there weren't waves bugging us anymore. You know what I mean? And we were diving. We get shells and stuff like that we go and clean up and sell to tourists and shit. But yeah, those are good times. I liked doing the dives and stuff. Those are fun. I have a lot of fun stories about that shit. But yeah, you know, I have some friends also. They have like I have some diabetic friends, for example. So you know, things like insulin, that's problematic. There's a whole slew of things. I have some friends, they have heart meds they have to take. So I can't dive. I look like a duck with my butt in the air. I just mentally picked. You know what? I have that problem now pretty bad. We were in the Bahamas, and my first couple of attempts, from the way I used to dive down, was pretty funny. It kind of was like this, right? And then boop. And my other problem is because of my neck, the way that my bones have fused on my neck. So, you know, when you're swimming, you know, you're horizontal in the water like this, okay? Like I can look up like this because I'm sitting, but if I'm laying flat and I go to bring my head up, my head only goes. Let's see if I can show you guys. You might be able to see this. So you see that hump that's there, right? So I go to bring my head, and I couldn't get my mouth up above the water for me to, you know, when you swim, you come like this, you know. Oh my God! The first couple times I couldn't get my fucking. So what I have to do is, it looks like a fucking flipper move. I swear to God, it looks like I'm a fucking retard. But when I'm coming up, I push it like this, so I breach the water and I come up high enough so now my head's up, get my air, and I come back down. Whereas before I used to swim like this, head up, head up, head up. Now I have to head up, head up. So it looks like a fucking Olympic style swimming and shit, just breaching the water like crazy. It's funny as fuck. But then I figured out what I have to do to dive is really fucked up. Actually, is I almost have to blow a lot of my air out. Like if I have full lungs with fucking air and I try to go down, I'm like brr, 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 I keep bobbing up. But if I blow about half my air as I'm going down, boom, and I sink like a rock. I just go straight down. And you know, I get going, I get down to the bottom. I'm down there, and then I'm looking at my son. My son hadn't figured out how to dive. This poor kid, he's trying his best to dive, and he doesn't know how to do it, right? So he's and I'm just underwater looking up at him, trying, and I'm thinking, how can I help this kid? It's one of those things you can't really help another person to dive. Like it's one of those things they keep trying, and at some point the light bulb flips on and they boom, then they go down. You know what I mean? But I watched him for like an hour. He's just going, and he was working his ass off. He was like, I'm gonna get down there because there were these shells, and he was trying to get to them, and they were deep though. I mean, it was a good 7 feet down. So you know, he's probably, I don't know, 5'9". He's probably about 5'9", 5'10". He's getting pretty close to my height. So he would get upside down, okay, and he'd get about his height, but there was like the extra 2 feet. And he would work his ass off to get down there. And then finally at some point, boom, he got it. He figured it out. He got down there, he grabbed it, he started coming back up, and he's like, look, Dad, look, and he's all excited. I'm like, yeah, good shit, kid, good shit. And then we do stuff like getting a swimming pool and swim from one side to the other. So I can go Olympic-sized pool, I can get from one side all the way to the other. And that's, you know, full Olympic size. But if you go to like hotels, those are tiny. So I one side, back, forth, because it's small, you know. And I'm looking at my wife and I'm looking at my kids on those little pools, and they get like, here's the pool, and they get about, and they come up. I'm like, fuck, man. And I'm thinking to myself, I hope we never get one of those situations we see in those movies where they're like, okay, guys, we just have to swim down. We're going to go through the hallway. End of the hallway, there's a door. We go up that stairwell. We're out. That's the door right there. We just have to go under, through, up, and we're out. No problem. We got this. I'm thinking to myself, fuck, I'm going to be the only survivor in that particular situation because they cannot. You know, maybe if their life depended on it, you know, maybe they could. But fuck, I'm thinking shit. I'd have to take them, bring them across, get them out real quick, revive them, mouth to mouth or whatever. Fucking get them out. Okay, you're back. You're good. Okay, let me go get your mom. Go down, get her. She's halfway floating off. Fuck, she passed out. Get her up. You know. Fuck, it's pretty funny though. Yeah, weight belts help. Only problem with weight belts is, if you're down far and you're coming back up, now you're actually fighting. You're fighting to get up. Whereas without a weight belt, you're fucking shooting up. You know what I mean? But 100 feet, holy shit! I can't even fathom going 100 feet. I can't even imagine that. That's like, damn. That's impressive as shit. Like, I used to have some kids I used to go diving with. Man, those fuckers. Holy shit. You want to talk about lung capacity? They were, holy shit. But I never went out far enough because I always got spooked. Because as you start passing like 5, 10, 15, 20 feet, you hit these thermal shifts where the water gets fucking cold. Oh my god. I get so fucking spooked. Let's see. I messed up. Let's see. It must be lungs. I messed up my lungs. I smoked for 25 years. I'll be lucky if I can hold my breath for a minute. You know what's funny though, Bronx? So here's the thing. Here's the thing that blows my mind about the damage from smoke. So yes, it is detrimental and it can cause problems, but the body recovers really, really well from that. It's funny. Like I've seen some research that showed people, oh, they had this problem, but then like 1 month after, oh, this is much better. A year after, this is much better. You know what I mean? But yeah, but it is hard though. You know, I was to anchor on my swim team. Nice. Here in the Gulf of Mexico, warm year round. Yeah, I bet. Like when I was doing my stuff was in Hawaii. So, you know, Hawaii is mad warm and the water is just fucking amazing. So, and you got really good visibility. But again, you go down to a certain level and the sunlight starts to dim off and it gets cold. Oh man, every fucking time, I don't know what it was, but every time I'd hit that thermal shift, I'd hear dun dun, and I like visibly, like all my friends would notice. They'd see me, I'm going down, all of a sudden, boom, I'd pause and I would fucking head on a swivel. Look. And the fucked up thing is, sometimes you can't see the motherfuckers. I remember one time a hammerhead came pretty close by, and I actually saw him from far off, and he came, and I was like, oh. And this was probably after like two mistaken. Like one time I thought there was a big giant shark near me, and turned out to be a baby shark. And then another time there was actually like a really small shark, but it was close enough to me, and I seen it. But this was a pretty big. It was about a 6 foot. Probably about a 6 foot hammerhead, and I seen him from probably 15, 20 yards out, and I saw him, and I'm like, oh shit. And I wasn't about to like panic and start swimming hard and draw his attention. I just kept eyes on him, and I just kind of just swam back real slow and kept eyeing his ass, and then I started thinking, fuck, what if I didn't see his ass? Because there was some other times I'd see, like, there was one time a fish scared the shit out of me. I was sitting there and a fish came up and poked me in the back. I didn't even see his ass, and I had been actively looking, and it was a pretty good sized fish. Came up and tagged me right in the back, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's amazing. There's been little fish that have attacked me that I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, like, what the fuck's wrong with you, fish? Yeah, anyway. I told Yak, if we see a shark, I'm punching him and taking off if he swims a knife. And I don't. He swims a knife and I don't. Yeah, punching him and taking off. That's fucked up. Yeah, I think personally, it's like, what did I just see something the other day? Somebody said, I don't have to, what is it? I don't have to be like the best, or I just have to be faster than you, or something like that. So something was like chasing him or whatever. It's like, oh, I don't have to be like the best this or this. I'm paraphrasing, but I thought it was funny because they're like implying, yeah, motherfucker, you're slow. It's gonna eat you first. You know what I mean? But I always tell my wife and him, if something is really spooky or scary or whatever and is bad, I'll stand the ground. They can take off. Because come on, who am I bullshitting? If it comes to a flat foot race, fuck, they're going to beat me anyway, so I might as well be like, fuck it, stand my ground, turn, set, get ready for it. Like, I remember one time, I saw this pit bull, beautiful pit. It was orange tiger stripe pit. Beautiful, fucking massive though. Ooh, this motherfucker was big. And it was running parallel to this kid that was riding a bike up the hill. And then all of a sudden, my friend Ron, his mom was coming home. She drove in a driveway, and she was getting stuff out of the trunk. And I saw this pit stop, turned, and looked right at her, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And then it started sprinting right down at her. So I got between her and it. I set, and I was ready for it. I was like, as soon as it comes, I'm just gonna take it out. and this motherfucker ran up. And I'm like, oh, this is a big fucking dog. Here we go. So I was already strategizing. Okay, let's see. And I didn't, at that time, I was in California. I didn't have a blade, didn't have shit on me. But I was just thinking, fuck it. I'm just going to grab the jaw, snap its fucking neck, you know, see what I could see if I could actually take this motherfucker out barehanded. Here it comes. It comes running and it jumps up and it just goes like this. It like jumped up and did like this. And I'm like looking as it's jumping up. And I'm like, did this motherfucker just do this? So I catch this big fucking pit. It's a big motherfucker. And I'm holding it. And it's just licking me. And it's just giving me its belly and shit. And I'm just like, what a fool. Who's a good dog? Who's the good dog? A big fucking dog. And I'm just like, oh, I'm so in love with this fucking dog. And so my friend Ron's mom, she's like, oh, that's a big dog. I'm like, yeah. So I'm just petting this motherfucker and shit. And then I found out his name was Louie. And somebody actually owned it down the street. This dog kept eating holes in the garage to get out. Like, they would put this poor dog, this massive fucking beautiful pit. They would put it in the garage and just leave this poor fucker in there all day long while they're at work. And I get it, they were working, but dog like that needs work. You ain't working this dog. I mean, its neck. Oh my God, it was such a fucking beautiful dog. So beautiful. So, Jay, here's a good short story for you. Oh, I think that was the ping I just saw right there. I'm a big guy, but I'm still able to run faster than my kids. You know what? Being big doesn't preclude you from running. I just have a bum back and my knees. I mean, I could shimmy. Oh, I could side shimmy fast as fuck. And I surprise them. Like, there's a few times where I have to do a burst of speed or something. What's up, Moosalope in his house? There's some times I gotta fucking move quick. But I can't. Okay, this is how I know I can't run. This is funny. I gotta tell you this. It's fucking hilarious. So I had this kid named Alex who was living with me. He was a husky kid. And one day I said, motherfucker, go, let me see you run. Right? So he goes outside. He's moving. He's moving like a fucking freight train. I'm like, God damn, kid, you can fucking run. Now, I used to run cross country. I used to run, you know. And I had a decent fucking mile split, you know. And yeah, like a crab. Exactly right. It's like a side to side to side thing. It's crazy. It's like a giant crab. But anyway, so there's a reason for this. So then my friend Steve, Shadow Master, he's here from time to time, and you hear me talk about him a lot. My friend from Idaho. So he's here. His son's here. And so we're talking about, yeah, man, running and stuff. I said, yeah, I love running. I just haven't ran in a long time. And he goes, how fast can you run? I go, fuck, I don't know. I haven't ran in a while. So here's my nephew, Alex. He's talking shit. He's like, well, you go fucking run then. You made me fucking run. I'm like, all right, bitch, let's go. So we got my wife, wise as shit. Babe, don't do it. That's a bad idea. I'm like, fuck, I got this shit, right? So we go out, set the line. I'm going to run to the mailboxes. I'm like, got this shit. I got this shit, right? So I'm fucking stretching, you know, getting all my shit. I've got my legs. I'm stretching. I mean, it looked good. It looked impressive. So we get down and ready. Get ready. Go. And boom, I hit it. And I get the fucking perfect first step. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And all of a sudden, I'm like, why am I wobbling? Fucking boom, fucking straight up scrub fall. I'm like, what the fuck happened there? What the fuck? That's when I realized the brain still remembers how to do shit. The body, though, the body said, nah, nope. That's a whole lot of nope. I ain't doing that. Nope. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm thinking, oh, you know what? Maybe I just hit too hard. Fuck it. Dust myself, get up. Now my friends is looking at me kind of concerned, like, dude, that was bad. Don't do that shit. I'm like, no, I got this. So then I said, I'll go to a jog. I'll start with a jog, not a full up sprint. I'll go jog, pick up some speed, go, right? So I go to jog. It's no go. It's no go. And I'm like, fuck. And I feel wobbly, and I'm like, my center of gravity's off, and I'm like, what? So I'm all bummed out because I love running. Running is like a huge mental challenge. It's a really intense mind game you play with yourself when you do long distance running. So I'm like, fuck. Okay, fine. So here's my nephew talking smack, blah blah blah, and I'm like, all right, motherfucker, you think just because I can't run, I can't kick your little ass. That's what you think, right? And he's all, whatever. I'm like, let's go grab some gloves and stuff. So we go inside. I think actually it was a couple of days later. He was sitting at the dinner table chuckling, and I said, okay, motherfucker. So we put on some gear and stuff, and I make him put on headgear and stuff because I'm like, I'm gonna ring your bell. And so he's thinking, yeah, I saw you not run, so I'm not, now, you were talking running and shit, like you could run. You were talking fighting, like you could fight, so I'm pretty sure you can't. I'm like, okay. So I tell him, all right, so make sure you keep your hands up. Keep it tight. Keep your head down, okay? I want your head down. I don't want your head up, because when I rock you, I don't want your head, just flopping around. If you hold it down, keep your jaw tight, and I catch you, no big deal, okay? You'll hurt, but you'll be all right. So I told him, this is what we're going to do, okay? I'm going to jab, and then I'm going to right, okay? I'm telling you what I'm going to do ahead of time, so you know the combo coming. Jab, right. Not a jab, straight, but a jab, right. I'm hitting you with a fucking right. Boom. I'm going right here. I'm telling him, okay? He's all laughing. All right, whatever. I said, okay, you ready? He said, yeah. I'm all, wow! And he's just, boom! He goes down. And my son's little. My son is tiny. He's like, oh! And they had it on cell phone. They fucking filmed that shit. It was great. And I was like, oh my God, I think I lit this kid up a little too hard. Because I was trying to go fast, but the problem when you go fast is you're actually still kind of going hard. You know what I mean? And so I figured he would make an effort to block, but I didn't expect him to block with his head. So it was pretty funny. So anyway, I felt better, because I was like, well, fuck. At least I know I can still do that. And so it was pretty funny. Oh. Yeah, it's like, I don't run or skip rope. They think that means my big frame can't fight. Boy, I'm a counter fighter. There you go. Yeah. It's one thing, too, if you have a little experience fighting, because, you got to realize the average person hasn't ever really been in a knockdown, drag out fight. The most they've been in is the pushing dance, My daughter's 12 years old. She's in the basement watching TV. I hear this blood-curdling scream. I grab my 1911, run downstairs, only to see her ask what's wrong. She's scared. She says, oh, this is going to be good. Okay, let him finish typing. Yeah, so, they're to your statement of a counter fighter, if you've been in a fight and you've taken some good hits, that's kind of half the battle, right? Because the worst part is when you get hit and you've never been in a fight and you get your bell rung. That's just a bad experience the very first time it happens to you. The other thing that's gets you messed up is when you actually flesh on flesh, hit somebody. When you connect, when you get that, you get it in there. Holy shit, the first time I hit somebody and I wasn't padded up, I got so scared. I got terrified. I was sitting there and we were fighting and he hit me. He got me a couple of times, but then he threw one and I leaned back. He missed. He overextended. He was out there and I just caught him right in the ribs. And I know that wasn't like skin to skin, but still, I hit and it hurt. And it hurt And I got so scared because I never had, at that point, I had never really hurt somebody. So that I paused, like, oh, and then he just fucked me up. He recovered quick and just. Let's see here. Spider walked across. Oh, wait. She says, a spider walked across my chest. Dude, this was the biggest spider I've ever seen. It was about 2 millimeters. I told you, trying to give me a heart attack. Holy fuck. I'm going to tell you a spider story in a second here. So, but the fight thing, if you've been in a fight and you take a good hit and, you know, you've gotten the snot knocked out of you and stuff like that, so you take that off your little bucket list. After that first, you know, fight, you're like, okay, I know I don't want that to happen again. And so, oh shit, first time I choked a guy out of the street, I freaked out. He didn't move for 3 minutes. You're thinking, I'm going to jail. I killed somebody. You gotta be real careful too. So, man, first time I choked a dude, I had so much adrenaline going, I thought I actually broke his neck. I felt so bad. Like, just sitting there and he was wrestling with me and I was fighting him and holy shit. And I felt, you know, I think his neck just popped. Like, you know, if you do this, it just pops. But I was sitting there like, and I'm like, oh, what does this fucking feel? And he's like sitting there and he just went limp and I dropped him and he went down and I was like, oh, did I fucking break his? Like I got scared. Like, oh shit, I think I broke this dude's neck. And then he came back quick though. Like he went down 1,000, 1,000, and then he just popped back up, but then was a little off. Holy shit. To check his pulse. Oh shit, that's funny. But, you know, if you're a counter fighter and you understand what's going on, then it's more like chess, right? You're like, okay, if he leads with a left or he's gonna shoot, you know. I love when fuckers try to shoot for my legs. I give them the knee. I'm like, you want my leg? Here, I'll give you my fucking leg. You know what I'm saying? Oh. Brian, dude, stop. You're fucking freaking me out a little bit. Like, you got me looking there like, is there something there? There's a hat there. So, spider. Check this one. I got one for you. I'm sitting, my wife's pregnant with Zach. And she's ready to give birth. I mean, she's at the tail end of it. She's miserable. She's hating life. And we're in my sister's basement. And we had just a mattress and a box spring on this floor. And I kept seeing these really big spiders down there. Wolf spiders, I think they were. And so one night I'm laying there and I'm got my back to the wall and I got my arm here and my wife is laying on my arm. Okay. So I'm laying there and it's hot. So I don't have any blankets on me and I'm just laying there and I just have shorts on. And here's my wife next to me, pregnant wife, sound asleep. And I just kind of, my arm, this is kind of one of those perpetual problems with guys and girls in relationships. Like, so my arm is falling asleep. And I'm like, oh man, I got to figure out how to get my fucking arm from under her without really disturbing her. So all of a sudden, I feel something go on my thigh. And I'm like, oh. So, you know, I'm like this, right? And I felt something, and I'm like, the fuck? The fuck was that? And then I felt it crawl up my leg. Right, it's on the outside of my shorts, but you know, shorts are thin. I could feel it on my hip. I'm like, oh, fuck, big fucking spider on my fucking leg. And so I'm trying to figure out how to get it off me. Try not to wake up the wife. Not get bit. So I'm like, oh my fuck, right? So I have this arm here, and I'm like, babe. I'm like, fuck it, I gotta wake her up. I'm like, babe. She's like, what? I go, there's a fucking spider on my fucking leg. get out of the bed. Get out of the bed. There's a fucking spider on my fucking leg. To her credit, boom, up. She's like cleared the bed. Like ninja roll stand, whatever, for a pregnant woman as big as she was. That gave me pause, like, holy fuck. I guess she's more freaked out about the spider than I am. And so then I jump up and I'm doing this, you know, just swinging down and get off, you know. And I feel something on my finger. I go like that. I actually felt it. I'm like, whoa, what the hell? How big? I hit the light. Man, she hit the lights. We tore that room apart. We moved the beds. Couldn't find that sumbitch. Could not find that motherfucker anywhere. So here's my wife looking at me like this. And I'm looking at her like this. She's like, go back to bed. I'm like, let's see, what time is it? You know what? 4 o'clock. That seems good. It seems like a good enough time to get up. Let's go ahead and get up now. So she's like, fuck it, whatever. So she goes up the stairs to the kitchen. I turn around and I just say to the room, I go, look, spider. Dude, I'm not trying to kill you, not trying to hurt you, anything else. I propose a truce between the Ricks family and all spiders. Don't start no shit. We won't start no shit with you. Okay? Just, I can't have you crawling near my junk or my wife or anything else. So just be cool, okay, spider? We're good. Just don't start no shit. Won't be no shit. Okay? So, I guess maybe a couple weeks go by. Kids are upstairs in the den and they see this big fucking spider. And they go, Dad, look at this spider. It's really slowly walking across the floor. And I get to it and it's got like its back. It looks all kind of deformed from as I'm getting closer to it. Then I get real close and it's a shit ton of babies on its back. And I'm like, whoa, there's a lot of motherfucking baby spiders there, right? So I'm like, oh shit, what should I do? And I'm thinking, my kids want to step on it. I'm like, hey, we have a truce with the fucking spiders. Leave this fucker alone. So I get this little piece of paper, put it in front of it. It gets on there. I get like a little glass. I put it on top. I take it over to this area near the front of the house, right? I take it out there, put it on the plant. We had a potted plant out there. I put it out there. And I just wait for it gently to crawl off and get in there with all of its babies. And I'm looking on the paper. I'm making sure not one little motherfucking babies. Hey, Rob, don't turn around. Drop to the ground. Had to check his. You don't see that face in Rob's. Are you fucking serious, guys? Don't fuck around. Don't fuck around. Is it like a face or like a ghost face? Because if it's like a ghost face, then this ain't gonna really do me a whole lot of good. But if it's a face there, I might be able to do something with it. If it's some other kind of face. Nope. I might need to put some of this in here. Maybe put one of these on the bullet. I got salt. It's up there though. Actually, you know what? I've got salt around all four corners of this house. I've got salt on the threshold of the front door. So you guys are thinking I'm full of shit. Hang on. Anybody thinks I'm full? Hang on. I need to get... Actually, I need to go by the door. I need to go look at this shit real quick. Motherfuckers got me all spooked and shit. But... there you go. Salt. I got a lot of salt. I got a lot of salt that's been blessed too. Just because my ass is paranoid. Let's see. Don't start nothing will be nothing. Exactly. Store's moving again. I think it's just a camera focusing, because Sumakan actually went back and looked, and he said it was just a camera focusing. And I saw it once when I had something for the camera to focus on. It's not doing it now that I wanted to do it, motherfuckers. Anyway. Oh yeah, I've seen that. I never had that happen. I never had a guy that I had problems with have that problem. I saged. Oh my god, one night I saged this sumbitch. Everybody was like, why is the house so smoky? I'm all, deal with it. I was like, fucking deal with it, goddammit. Because I still have shit that's happening, but you know, nobody is saying any other scary things now. So it's not like my son saying, yeah, I saw a shadow with eyes staring at me. It was actually here in this room too. When he was in this room, he said at the foot of the bed, which is right fucking there, there was a shadow with fucking eyes. Just, he said all I could see were like glowing eyes. And I was all, okay. How big? He was all, taller than you. And I'm like, well, that's not saying much. I'm only 5'11", so I'd be a pretty small fucking monster. Height wise anyway. But yeah, no, I never had somebody piss themselves. I actually pissed myself, but that was because a guy pulled a gun, stuck it right in my face, and clicked. And that felt like I had an electrical bolt that shot through my body, because it scared me so bad. Scared me bad. Dad was an Abenaki shaman. That shit's normal for me. Yeah. Well, you know, the shadow stuff, that, I don't know. It kind of freaks me out a little bit, just because when I was a kid, I had a man in a hat was my imaginary friend. And my mom kept saying I was getting in all kinds of trouble because of the man in the hat, which I was small. I don't really have a lot of recollection of it, but when she told me that story, woo, it kind of resonated a little bit, kind of spooked me a little bit. But you know, it's kind of like, yeah, that's okay. That's a reason to scream. They are huge. I see spirits all the time and other things. Oh, well, fuck, you might have, you know, that sight. You might be able to see certain things. I see things out the corner of my eyes, but I can't normally see things dead on. Like, I try to see things, but I don't. But the corner of my eyes, I'll see darting shapes, you know? And I'll look, and of course, nothing there. But I see it. I just can't see it. Like, it, peripheral stuff all the time. And then for me, a lot of my stuff's like gut. And then even like there's times when I'll get like maybe half a second notice. Like one time we were walking Vegas, and I said, double fours right before the guy was gonna throw. So I said $20 on boxcars, and the guy was like, threw it, boom, double fours. Like, I was like, yes. And then everyone's like, do some more. I'm like, nah, I don't see anything else. I gotta go. Let's see. Grandpa visited me a few times. Others too. There's upside for me. Think holy blade shit. Nice. That's actually super good. Yeah, you know, I haven't had visitation from family members or anything else. We usually come across shit that's like like when we did that ghost hunt over in what was the name of it? Lava Hot Springs. And it was funny because we were on the Lava Hot Springs, and I'm like, yeah, we're sitting on a bed of what it was, that limestone. I said, there's all this limestone and all this geothermal activity and water. You know, water is a huge conductor of energy of different types. So, you know, especially you imagine electricity is super conductive with water and stuff like that. So I can just imagine. Oh, fuck. Now you're going to make me just stare at this shit constantly, Brian. You're going to make me look on a regular. I'm just going to be staring like this. Like this. Actually, what I might do is, I might even go like this. I might even do this. Hang on. Main interface. Let's go down to video capture device. I think that's this one, right? So if I go up here like this. Boop. Alright, so now that one's like that. So I might even do this. Let's unlock you. And we'll go like this. And we'll go like this. And we'll go like this. And then we will move it like this. There we go. Now we have a nice big fucking image to keep an eye on. So I think go like this. No, it's not fucking adjusting. You know, my thing with the ghost hunting stuff, I'm like, you know what? I'm not really annoyed too much about ghost hunting. Bigfoot hunting, though, I am a little bit annoyed because it's when you go to you go fuck with Bigfoot, for example. That might be a tangible physical thing that's gonna Wookiee the shit out of you. You know what I mean? And I ain't trying to get Wookieed, you know, because I feel like Chewbacca will fuck you the hell up. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I think Chewbacca will just. Let's see. Let's see, that's not what I saw. Not what I saw. I need to quit eating cereal and playing with the dogs and watch instead of listening. I might see ghosts. I'd rather mess with Bigfoot than a damn ghost. You know what? I'm not worried about ghosts, though. They're fucking dead. They got no power over me. You know what I mean? I mean, if I saw dead people, like if I had Sixth Sense, okay, and I'm just seeing dead things going, I'll be like, really? You jump scared me. That's pretty fucking awesome. You happy? You proud of yourself? Good job. You jump scared me. Now, you start to go these lower density beings, as Prepared Mind calls them, that actually also have some form of physical manifestation. Well, that would be a little fucked up. I don't know. Let's see. I want to hit the Navajo Res near Skinwatcher Ranch. Yeah, you know that. I think I'll pass on that one. Simicon, I am fucking with you. I don't, dude. Them fucking dolls. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Them motherfucking dolls, dude. What was that? Annabelle? Oh, fuck. I'm like, fuck, I'm making a YouTube video on how to destroy this shit. I'm taking all fucking comments. You know, let's destroy this shit. I don't like those. Those things, man. See, my personal belief is human beings are amazing. I think there is a concerted effort to hold us back from being what we truly are meant to be. That's my personal belief. But in saying that, I think there are times that we imprint on objects, whether it be blades, like that, or dolls, especially a child who has a close affinity with an item like a doll, and the kid is just anguished, just filled with rage and sadness and whatever, and just imprints that shit on stuff. And then I think there's even other things that such horrific things have happened either in proximity or as an instrument. You think of like Chucky as an example, right? The doll had something that was manifesting into it, which was a serial killer's fucking soul. If you want to just take that as an example. Because you got to understand, a lot of times pop culture, movies, things like that, they are there to ridicule people who do really serious research into, weird shit. And somebody will say, hey, I think, an item could be a vessel. Oh, you're talking Chucky shit. You're an idiot. Right? It's real easy to dismiss somebody because, oh, yeah, I saw that movie. Yeah, you did see that movie. Understand, Hollywood is run by some of the most evil people on the planet. Let's see. A friend and I were 14, had an actual alien MIB chase us down a road. He had abilities that were not human. Long story, scared the hell out of us. He stopped chasing us and we made it home safe. Good for you. Yeah. See, again, even these aliens, things like that, I think a lot of times we tend to give power to certain things. I'm not saying you guys did. I'm not saying you guys manifested this particular entity. It could have been somebody else. I think remember you remember that movie Twilight Zone, where the kid, whatever he envisioned happened. So like the sister, for example, she had her mouth covered. He liked the peanut butter and something sandwiches, and the family was always pacifying him and giving him what he wanted, and he had these abilities and he was doing shit. And then the lady, the like school teacher or whatever, she actually reined him in with some discipline, and then he was like, oh, you actually care about me. Yes, Simicon, exactly. Sent her into the cartoon, right? Because she was talking shit or something. But I think there are certain people that walk this planet that have the ability to affect, and that kind of goes in with my other thing I had mentioned before about why we see all of these false flags and all these other things. I think what they're doing is they're trying to get enough of this negativity out to the right creators to change our landscape, to change our world. And that's why we're seeing stuff like these Mandela effects and everything else. I think there's a concerted effort of groups like CERN and some of these other ones to disrupt the reality line. And then some of these creators that are walking around, they're picking up subtle cues and they are amplifying and bringing about this massive change. And so, that's why, because it's always interesting. I had a guy, he said something to me that really caught my attention. And then I heard Richie from Boston say it too, in regards to aliens. And I was like, damn, Skippy, so I've heard it from a couple different people. They said, have you ever noticed that the really good photographic evidence and stuff of like aliens and stuff like that, their crafts look like the technology of the time? So you see the old saucer ships. The old saucer ships, they looked like some of these old Fords, some of the rounded bodies and, certain metallic look and feel. And I'm like, fuck, holy shit, I never made that connection. You're right. Damn, they look just like the old fucking Danger Will Robinson type ships. I'm like, Lost in Space type shit. I'm like, oh. And then the new ones now, the little T-shaped ones, I'm like, dude, they look like stealth bombers. damn, Gina. I'm like, okay, point taken. Now, the other way to look at it is we see a lot of these ships and stuff in pop culture. Again, creators. They see it, they're influenced by it, and maybe they're creating it, right? Really, really interesting shit. Really fun stuff to kind of postulate and think about. But that's why me personally, I don't worry too much about stuff like that, because I'm like, you know what? If something is powerful enough and it does come along and it fucking kills me, fine, whatever. I was too slow. I was too dumb. I got caught slipping. End of Rob. No big deal. Like, I'm not afraid of death. Like, when the Grim Reaper comes for me, I'm going to high five him, do a little dance, him or her, do a little dance, little jig, and be like, all right, now we get to find out what's fucking next, because I'm not really worried about it. The only thing I think most people are afraid of when it comes to death, really when you get down to the granular level, is pain. I think most people are afraid of two things with death. One is pain, the potential of dying a painful death. And number two, the unknown. What actually happens next. I think most people are just a little bit terrified of something that they don't know. You have beliefs, you have speculations, you have hopes, but then you don't really know, right? So some of my atheist friends are like, dude, when you're dead, you're dead. I'm like, hey, there's peace in that too, because if you die and there's nothing that happens after, well, fuck it, you're not going to know because you're fucking dead and there is no consciousness after. I don't share that belief, but I can get it. I understand where you're coming from, and I really hope for your sake, if that's really what you truly want, it's kind of like, okay, when you die, you're kind of choosing the route you're going to go. You know, if like you're like, fuck it, there's nothing after. Guess what? For you, there is nothing after. You know, for the people to say, oh, I believe in this and this and this. Okay, maybe there is some derivative of that. Maybe again, because we're so magnificent, maybe we can create these environments, these heavens, these hells, these whatever you want to call it, right? I like that spiritual terraforming. Stranger Things season 3, I saw the trailer and that looked great. I'm so excited. I don't know what it is about that show. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Nutjob says, when Odin calls, I will welcome him and just hope I died well. Yeah, you know, I look at the Egyptian thing when they weigh my heart next to that feather. You know, I think personally my heart is just fucking great. My belief is I'll die, they'll yank out my heart, they'll fucking weigh it, and they'll be like, you know what, overall, dude, you're a fucking great guy. You're good. We like you. Welcome. You know, I'm like, right on. What's next, motherfuckers? Chicken, chicken, yeah. You know, like, I'm not really tripping. Not really tripping. Fuck. Are you talking about Punisher back there? Or Ethan? Are you being literal? The Deadpool thing, the Angry Jackalope logo. Are you like doing I Spy with my little eye, someone looking at us? Or is my kids like popping over every so often going, oh, because I swear I will fucking analyze this fucking video with a fine-tooth comb. Yes, Deadly Class is awesome. I saw the first 3 episodes and I'm hooked. I love it. And it's in my old stomping ground, San Francisco. So I'm like, yeah, that's fucking awesome. And it's in like the 80s, I think, which is a double awesome. You know, and I think that's the other thing about Stranger Things is, you know, for us that lived in the 80s, man, you know, there was actually a very interesting, fun time. Like, I have very fond memories of a lot of amazing new shit that was emerging at the time. And now I kind of look, and the kids, I think it's the half face behind the door. Yeah, it's probably if you look at Punisher, Frank Castle is sitting there, and you go to the right, that's Ethan sitting. That's the cover of the book right there. Fucking Brian. You fucker. I'm like, yeah, I see some fucking faces too. I think you're being fucking literal here, you fucker. Just fucking with Rob. Let's freak Rob out a little bit. Let's touch his little paranoia. You know, it's like, hey, dude, I think I see a little person back there. What? Little person? I don't see no motherfucking midgets. What the fuck are you talking about? No, seriously, Rob. There's a little person back there. I haven't had a chance to get through the 10 episodes yet. Yeah, I'm telling you, 80s and 90s, you know, more so on the 80s, I think, was just a real interesting time with the emergence of, you know, the computers really started taking hold. Video games really started to mature and, you know, blossom into the infrastructure of what we have now. Arcades, oh my god, arcades were just so much fun. We were over in Boise, Idaho. There's a club in their downtown area, is all retro games inside. Like, they have pinball machines. Oh my god, that, man, I'm telling you, I don't know how many hours I put into pinball back in the day. It was just fun, man. Just fun. Yeah, 90s really was an expansion pack for the 80s. And then the music, you know, even the music, it's funny, man. 70s, like 60s had some good music, 70s had some good music, 80s had some good music, 90s was, you know, was okay. And then it seemed like once it got into the thousands, I don't know, man, maybe I'm old, but like the music, yeah, it's all right. It seemed it just really became, I think, too formulated, you know. Yeah, Vixen, you're just a youngin'. You're just born in. You're so cute. You're just a youngin'. You're just a little one. Just trust us. Just trust the old timers. You know, reason I think it was interesting was there was just so much newness. Even MTV was a mind blown experience. Like, videos are like, what the fuck is a music video, right? VHS, you know, movies coming out. Like, you guys, youngins will never understand the pain and the joy of going into like a Blockbuster. Oh, Aeon Flux. I remember Aeon Flux. Yeah, that little, all those little bits and pieces, the eyelashes grabbing the fly. Yeah, man. Oh, I remember that. You know, Headbangers Ball. Oh my god, I used to love Headbangers Ball. But we go into Blockbuster, boy. If you had hookups, somebody on the down low would have the tape. There was always one movie that came out. Everybody, they would stock the return bin. They would stock it. Somebody would come in and they'd be like this, looking at what they were bringing back and tossing in the bin, right? Like, oh, that's the movie right there. That's the movie. And you look around. Who else is here? No one else is here. My dad, he had game. He would go in 8 o'clock in the morning. He'd figure out all the staff. He'd get them all first name basis. Bill, Sally, Tom, hey, what's up, right? And then what he would do, he'd go in. He'd say, hey, who's working the crazy shift? You know, which was like 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock, right? And he would walk in. He would have slipped that dude a $10 bill. And that dude would have like 3 movies set to the side. And so my dad would just go stand in line, get up there. Hey, Sam, how's it going? Oh, it's going well, Mr. Riggs. Going well. Here you go. And people get pissed. Hey, you can't do that. Oh, we can. He was in here earlier. He left his wallet at home. He had to come back. Like, he would, oh my lord. And he'd have the movies. And then we'd all go home. And sometimes the tape wouldn't be rewound because the hookup, they would just grab and tuck it. And some asshole before wouldn't have rewound it. But the guys there wouldn't put it in the rewinder because then everybody would see that's the latest movie. So they take that shit, put it in the bag. Here's my dad. Boom, boom. We'd go home. He'd look at the tape. Motherfuckers. We were hardcore. We had like the little rewinders. We had our own little rewinders. He'd pop it in, put it down, start fucking massive speed rewind and shit. And then you put it in and you'd see like the little scan lines from the tape being so watched, you know, and we'd be sitting there, okay, what dad get? Ooh, what did dad get? And he'd look at me. He's like, hey, don't tell your mom you're watching this because you're not old enough to watch this. I'm like, okay. And it would be like some cop movie, you know, it'd be like Death Wish or some other crazy shit. And I'd be like, oh, or Rambo or some other shit, you know. And it would have been like that movie would have been out the year before or something, but we get to see it later. Like, oh, yeah, we're watching Rambo. Oh, look at John J. Rambo. Wow, man, it was great. It was great. You know, you'd have to watch some bullshit little ads and stuff in the very beginning. You see some FBI or whatever, you know, and you watch it. You go in and watch it. And then my dad was cool. He's like, all right, pop it out, rewind it, go put it in the thing. Oh yeah, all the scary movies. Oh, that was the shit we would do. So we got to the point my dad would say, okay, he'd have his hookup, but he got us a family card. So not only did we have a Blockbusters, but we had like back in the day, you'd have neighborhood video stores. And those are the ones that had like the curtains with all the porn and all the other stuff. But yeah, you're not old enough to go back there. Okay. But they would also have the wicked horror collection. Okay. I mean, we're talking scary shit. And we went in there and we're like picking out scary movies. And we never even looked at the back. We did was look at the cover. And we'd see like a really cool fucking 80s horror art on there. We're like, oh, this looks fucking scary, you know? And we'd go and watch that shit at home. And the best part was, for the most part, they were all pretty much just bloodfest. Just really gory, slasher, scary shit. You know, whatever. And we were also alive at the time when we were watching these movies in a movie theater. Like, I saw Gates of Hell. Let's see, Gates of Hell. Evil Dead. Saw Evil Dead. The Fog. Oh my God, check this out. I lived in Pacifica. We had fog. I mean, we had real motherfucking fog. We watched The Fog last showing. And me and Jeff Hill walk out this motherfucker. Little kids. I'm like, fuck, I don't even know how old it was. It was little. Walked out. Jeff lived down this way. I lived the opposite direction. Movie theater was dead center. Both of us was like, hey, you walk me home, dude? No. All right. Parted ways. I'm in the fog. I'm walking. I could hear my footsteps. And it would, like, I had to walk this one area and it would echo. So here, I just take a step. Now here. I'm like, and I'm freaked out because I'm just watched The Fog and I'm walking home in the motherfucking fog. So I start running. That's all. I'm like, oh fuck, someone's chasing me. Get home. And my asshole dad, he was waiting for me. He was waiting for me because we had a rule. I was supposed to be home before it got dark, but I was in the movies watching just hella back-to-back movies. He was waiting for me because he knew we were watching scary movies. Okay? And he was sitting out by the front bush. Here I come. Here I come. I get right by the house, and he goes, I'm like, I fucking scream. Swing in the air. He's just laughing at me. He goes, you should see. He says, son, go in the house. Clean up your underwear. I know you shit yourself. And I'm like, they go in the house all mad. But those are great times, man. Like, great fucking times. That's why I like watching stuff like Stranger Things, because it encompasses that pretty well, you know. Dungeons and Dragons. That was fun shit. All the way up through high school, we played Dungeons and Dragons. And then it kind of got real, I don't know, a little bit of a taboo for a little bit there. But, you know, now it's back and it's cool, you know, whatever. But, yeah, there was a period, though, man, they were really up in arms about Dungeons and Dragons. But, yeah, man, even books, man. In the 80s, man, there were a bookstores fucking everywhere. Man, we used to go in and they had like amazing sci-fi fantasy. Roger Zelazny, Fred Saberhagen, Michael Moorcock, Alan Dean Foster, he's still doing stuff. Michael Moorcock, I think he's still doing stuff, but Roger Zelazny's gone. Fred Saberhagen's gone. And you know, they had just really, really good stuff. You know, and now I'm kind of like, I look in a lot of the sections and I'm kind of like, yeah, all right, you know. I don't know. It's just, this seems, I don't know. It's just funny. Hey, what's up, Mr. Morris? Let's see. A pregnant goldfish is called a twit. Did not know that. Ghostbusters, exactly. Pinball was fucking amazing. Terminator, oh god, remember Terminator when that popped off? That was great. RoboCop, Predator, Nightmare on Elm Street, Pumpkinhead, that was a good one. Rawhide Rex, Nightbreed, yep. We just lost our last video store last year. You know, it's funny. So my boy, Shadow Master, Steve, his son, LSG, we call him Little Steve, LSG, he has been buying up inventory of DVDs, VHS, retro games, etc., etc. And me and his dad have been trying to push him to go back to that model. Go back to that model of, you know, here's a video rental. You know, you pay your monthly thing. You can get 3 videos, you know, out at a time, you know. Because he's got literally thousands of DVDs, and I think he's got like hundreds of VHS, and he's got all these retro games and stuff like that. Yeah, American Werewolf in London. Ooh, that's my all-time favorite. That's one of the best. Heavy metal, come on. You know what I mean? Remember Porky's? Oh my god. You know, back in the day, porn wasn't so readily available. If you wanted to get a little bit of a jolly, you're looking at shit like Porky's. What was that one? Phoebe Cates scene in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Oh my god, Phoebe Cates was like my goddess at the time. I was like, oh, and just her walking and dropping her top, that was like the most erotic thing. You know, if you had like a basic PG lifestyle. You know what I mean? It was crazy. It was crazy. Granted, I had friends that had like hardcore porn. Even the hardcore porn stuff at the time was kind of just emerging. You know what I mean? It's crazy. And now, fuck, you can't do a Google search without porn jumping out at you. It's, you know, it's I don't know. And even dating, the concept of going up and asking a girl out and stuff like that, all of that's lost now. It's all lost. These kids don't get it. Like phones, corded phones. You're just walking around the house with a fucking corded phone with the cord like a mile long. You know what I mean? And everybody knows that this cord is there and they're walking over it and under it, limbo, whatever. You know, then we got a cordless phone and that was amazing. Oh my god, wow. You know what I mean? That's why it was fun. It was crazy. This shit was different. And now it's all basically just kind of like what Sumakan said earlier. These are like just revisions. Like, you know, oh, this is like revision 5, revision 6. It's like at some point the ingenuity and everything just kind of went out. I was like, oh, okay, what's the greatest claim to fame now? Wow, digital downloads, you know, iPhones, ear spermies hanging out of their ears and shit. I'm just kind of like, oh, Faces of Death. Yes. Imagine, like, we were more sketched out about watching Faces of Death than sneaking my dad's porn. Okay? Because everybody was telling us, dude, don't watch Faces of Death. We're like, why? That shit's real, yo. Real. She'll fuck your brain up. Oh, don't tell us that shit. So we went down to the store. I told my dad, hey, they got some videos down there. They're scary. I want to watch it, but you know, it's like R-rated. And my dad's like, oh, I'll call down there. So he called over to the kid and said, hey, my son's coming down to pick up a couple movies for me. I know what they are. They're, and I'm like, Faces of Death. He goes, Faces of Death. I'm like, okay. So we got Faces of Death 1 and 2. We get that. And I tell my friends, I got it. We got to watch it tomorrow, though. Got it. So we all came watching that shit. We're like this. What the fuck? Why would you do that to a monkey? That's fucked up. Why are you doing that to the poor monkey? You know? And then that Indiana Jones scene comes later. We're like, they were watching Faces of Death. Oh, shit. Labyrinth. That was good. Labyrinth was good. My daughter just discovered Labyrinth not too long ago. She was like, hey, you ever see this movie Labyrinth? I'm like, yep. So yeah, it's just funny. It's just funny. I just kind of you know, you can never go back, and you know there was some negatives at the time period too, but at the same time, not too bad. You know what's crazy is 90s. 90s was a more dangerous time period to be living in than today. And there's statistics to back that shit up. That was the big drug explosion, cocaine, crack, all that shit hugely on the rise. Gang violence through the fucking roof. 90s was immensely more dangerous than it is now. But people are in such a heightened sense of fear now, far greater than I remember people being back in the 90s. That's the crazy thing. Right. How did we ever coordinate meeting at a place without cell phones? I think really it was just we didn't have attention spans of hummingbirds. We actually thought and planned. So they were like, hey man, we're gonna go to Jerry Turner's house. All right. You know, and you went. And if you didn't go, they would fucking talk about you like, yeah, fucking 3 heads. Yo, what happened, dude? What the fuck? You were supposed to fucking be there. I'm like, dude, I got grounded. My grades are bad. My dad found out. Oh, you got grounded. That was your only way out. If you got grounded. Oh shit, you got grounded. Fuck. Sucks to be you, bro. But if you didn't, like, you're like, fuck, I went watch the movie or whatever. Guess what? You didn't get invited to the next little fucking soiree, did you? So yeah, we were a lot more reliable. We said we'd be somewhere, we would be there. At least my group of friends. We said, hey, we're going to go to Bunker Hill and we're going to slide down the hill on cardboard and then have BB gun wars after. Shit, the whole fucking neighborhood was there. We'd have 15 kids sliding precariously down these fucking hills, launching. And then everybody broke out the BB guns, and there was always the one odd motherfucker that didn't have a BB gun. And then we'd say, hey Rob, what do you want to play? Let's play Hunt the Pussy. Oh my god. And that was the other thing too. There wasn't this politically correct shit. Some of my friends are stupid, like, yeah, you fucking fag. We didn't think he was gay. We were just calling him a fag. You know, you fucking faggot, fucker. And he's like, he wasn't like, oh, you're saying things that's hurtful for me. If we said that shit, actually, there was one kid. For one summer that talked that kind of crazy shit. One summer only. We fucked him up so bad on a continual basis, he didn't care if we talked shit after. What was his name? Was it Quincy? Can't remember his fucking name. Anyway, this kid moved into town, and we opened him up. Come on in, come hang out with us. We don't give a fuck. More the merrier. We had fucking fun. And then, what did we say to this kid that he said something very similar to that? We said something about his glasses. He had glasses or something, and they were Coke bottle glasses. And I think somebody called him fucking Four Eyes or some shit, like something really benign, like really low on the fucking grill level. And he's like, "Can you not say that? It hurts my feelings." And I think collectively we all paused and looked at this motherfucker like, "What did you just say?" And we gave him a pass that first time, like, we didn't hear him right. No one talks that stupid shit. And then all of a sudden, came out of a movie, and I think I had cried in the movie, and my other friend cried in the movie. Like, we cried. Like, it was a sad fucking thing. I can't remember what movie it was, but we cried. So we're coming out, we're wiping our eyes, and my friend Jeff's like, "You fucking fag, look at you fucking crying." I'm like, "Man, I wasn't crying. I got some shit in my eye. Fuck off, dude. This fucking movie theater's bootsy. I think a rat bit me or something." So I'm like, whatever, fuck off, And this motherfucker, it's like, "So what if you cried? It's okay. You guys are fucking mean." And I'm like, oh no, this motherfucker. And I remember a few of my friends, they were lined up to play fucking Tempest, and they turned from the arcade, and they looked at me, they looked at this kid, and I'm like, "You're done. You're so fucked up." So we all left the movie theater, and we went to grab snacks from the there was like a deli, and the deli had these little pastries and shit, so we'd go buy those or whatever. And we went over there, and somebody asked him something, and he started on that, "Oh, that's not nice." And somebody slapped the shit. They just smack back, and they said, "Slap fight." And I'm like, all right. So when you would yell slap fight, you broke into pairs immediately. You just, "Oh, slap fight," and like you'd have to pay attention, because if you heard slap fight and you didn't pay attention, you could get 3 to 4 motherfuckers just slapping you. Okay. So anyway, they said slap fight. They hit his ass. And so I turned, and I think me and Dino squared off, and we were just, going. So you got a picture like fucking 6 kids just, and so this one dude is just beating on the fucking new kid, just talking shit. "Come on, put your hands up, you little bitch. Put your fucking hands up. Don't be a little fucking bitch, you little faggot." And he's like, "I'm not gay." He was like, "Dude, I didn't say you're fucking gay. I said you're a faggot." So like, and then motherfucking, oh my god, they beat on this kid all summer long until he finally figured it out. He might have still believed that shit. He might have been one of the founders of this pussy movement, but back then he shut the fuck up with that. He stopped with it. And I was like, fucking thank God. I'm tired of hearing this little dude crying about everything. He whined about everything. "Oh, I got shot with the BB gun." I'm like, oh, welcome to the fucking club. There was one time they made me play the game. They picked the game. I said, okay, we're going to play Hunt the Pussy. I drew the pussy card. I went and hid, and these fuckers broke the rules. They waited at the end spot where you come back for safe. They all stayed there. And as I came up over the hill thinking I was clear, they lit me up. I felt the first one hit me, beep, and I just covered my face because I didn't want to be like, we had one kid, he got shot in the eye. So I'm like, oh shit. I got fucking 8 BBs on my ass. One fucker shot me with a pellet gun, asshole. And I'm like, so this kid's crying, "I got shot with a BB gun in my butt." I'm like, in your butt? I swear somebody tried to shoot me in the dick with a fucking BB gun. So I don't want to hear it. Let's see here. Back then you knew your friend's telephone number off top. Yep. I knew everybody's fucking phone number. Yep. Knew their mom, knew their dad, knew their sisters. Fuck. I remember called up Stokes, called him up, and his sister always was on that fucking phone. And there was no call waiting, caller ID, none of that shit. It was just, Like, fuck. Get off the fucking phone, bitch. I'm trying to call your brother. Call again. Call again. Rings. Hello. Goddamn. Finally. Can I talk to your brother? Fuck you. Let me talk to your brother. Fuck off. I got a call coming. Well, we're still talking. Sooner you get off the phone with me, you know, then your boyfriend can call you. Can I just need to check something real quick. Hold on. Your fucking gay friend's on the phone. You know what I mean? It was great. It was great. You know, it was fucking fun back then. Records, tapes. Oh man, mixtapes. I remember the first time a friend gave me a mixtape with a bunch of songs. They were all like recorded off the radio. You'd hear like the tail end of the fucking DJ talking shit or whatever. Or you would call in. You'd call in, you know, to do a dedication on the line, and you try to record that shit so you can impress this girl. You're like, yeah, this next song is dedicated to Deidre from Robbie Ricks. And you're like, yeah, I got that shit. I got that. And your boys would call you the next day. Yo, I heard your shit on the radio. It's pretty smooth, Robbie Rob. I'm like, I know, right? Like, do you think she heard it? Oh man, we was all listening, man. You know, I don't know. I'll call my cousin and find out. Yeah, Thriller. Oh my God. You remember what an epic milestone Thriller was? Like, it was an event. It was like Michael Jackson's Thriller. You know, and we're like, oh, when is it coming out? When is it coming out? Like, I think it was a Friday, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was a Friday, and there was like 10, 20 of us in my house, my dad and all of them included, the adults, the kids, everybody excited to see this motherfucking music video. And when it popped off, we were like, what? Like the special effects. And this was on the tail end of American Werewolf in London too. So werewolves were still pretty prevalent, you know, for crazy, you know. You blew us off for a chick. Ooh, let's see. Bank telephone numbers. Hold on. Start of HIV and AIDS. You blew us off for a chick. So, yeah, HIV and AIDS, that was scary. I think that really started to catch speed early 90s, I think. Right at the tail end of the 80s, early 90s, that shit started to scare the fuck out of everybody. My dick's gonna explode. You know what I mean? Roman candle wars. Yeah, we had a variation of that. We had these lice sticks, these big giant stalks. They were huge, and they looked like feathers that came off of them like this. We used to joust with those motherfuckers. Oh man, you'd get hit with that shit, and you'd have pieces up in you. Man, I'm surprised none of us died, to be honest with you. But you know, that was the shit we did. Now, fuck. I look at these kids playing outside. Man, the parents don't let them do shit. Don't let them do shit. I'm like, dude, let your kid make a ramp. That's fucking, those are like fun times. We used to get egg crates, milk crates and shit, stack them up, get a plank, and we would fuck up some of the new kids. So we'd sit there, yeah, we're setting it up, and we put it right at the tip of the crate, so it'd fall, and you see this kid hoofing, he's coming, he'd hit that shit, and it would fall, boom, he hit the crates and flip. Oh god, we had so much fucking fun. Yeah, movie theaters showed it too, but I remember when it popped off on TV and we watched that shit. It was great. That opening sequence where he's walking with the girl and she's running, and it mixed in like you know, Romero's Night of the Living Dead, American Werewolf in London, like even Werewolf, you know, it just it was great. And then we had the music already, like we had heard the song, but when they did that whole dance routine, we were just like this. And I tell you what, India never recovered. India still rocks Thriller to this day. I mean, they don't fuck around. Holy fuck, this is a long show. I got to talking and reminiscing and shit. Fuck, it's 2 hours. If you guys got something better to do, we'll fucking end this shit. If not, fuck, I'm just gonna keep talking. So, if you guys got stuff to do, sound off like you got a pair. Sound off like you got a pair. Best part of you ran down to crack your mama's ass and stained the bed sheets. I was just talking about Gunny. Fucking missed that dude. Fucking great. Bullshit. Bet you could suck a golf ball through a garden hose. Oh man, I miss the fact that in the old days you could say whatever the fuck you wanted to say. Now, fuck, I'm nervous. There's some times I get fucking nervous, man. I'll be out in public and I'm talking to my kids and shit, and then we get ready to walk into a fucking restaurant or something, and I gotta tell them, okay, now we're going to normie mode. Shut the fuck up. I'm not talking about this shit till we get back into the car. That's right. Did your parents have any children that lived? Holy shit. What in the name of God is that? A donut. Why is there a donut in your footlocker, Gomer Pyle? I was hungry, sir. Well, fat ass, you eat it, they pay for it. It was great. That was a good fucking movie. That wasn't even a good, that was a great fucking movie. That movie was amazing. And I remember when we were working security, we used to fuck with the security guards. We used to act like we were fucking drill sergeants. We had so much fun with new hires. They'd come into our shit and we'd fuck them hard. We'd be like, "Where is your belt?" I left it at home. "Do you not know that is part of your uniform?" We're fucking security guards. Oh shit, Brian said it's after midnight. I'm sorry, brother. My family never goes into normie mode. I have to, because you can imagine. Some of you guys have seen my streams on Facebook. We tend to get into some very colorful conversations, and in polite conversation with different people. Ooh, people lose their fucking mind, man. We live in a stupid world now where they can call social services, and I can just imagine social services walking in my fucking house and seeing all of this. Or, God forbid, they do some due diligence, find out I got a YouTube channel, roll back on the epic Deerhead Halloween episode. Oh my god. Anyway. Smudge their shoes and make them do push-ups for it. Exactly. Yeah, we had fun, man. We had fun with the guards and stuff like that. And my wife was when she was in college, she had a film class, and they made her write a paper. And one of the movies that they gave her an option to write a paper about was Full Metal Jacket. To which she said, "Hey, don't you know this movie?" I said, "Yes, I do know that movie." She goes, "Can you help me write a paper on this as well as Blazing Saddles?" So I had to write two papers. I had to write a paper on Blazing Saddles, and then I had to write a paper on Full Metal Jacket. By the time I was done writing them fucking papers, she had straight A's in that motherfucking class. I went on, for Full Metal Jacket, the angle I went on that paper was duality of man. Because, he had the helmet that said peace and war or something like that. And the guy's like, what the fuck is that helmet supposed to mean? It's supposed to talk about the duality of man, sir, blah, blah. Anyway, so I wrote a fucking paper on that. It was fucking epic fucking paper. And my wife got fucking A's on my paper, man. She fucking loved it. When you wanted to play multiplayer, people actually had to come over to your house. No shit. Dude, we used to have an Atari where I'd have 5 kids in the house waiting for a turn to play, and we'd play against each other. It was fun, man. There were like no internet for cheats or anything else. You had to play the fuck out the games to beat them, So I don't know. I mean, there's like this is amazing. This is awesome. The fact that I could do this and reminisce on the old times via this vehicle. This is awesome, but I don't know. I think maybe if I think hard enough, I think maybe if I really just shut the fuck up and look around, there is a fucking cornucopia of really cool shit that I should be like, oh yeah, that's true. This is some new technology, and this is this. It seems like technology has really blossomed and boomed. I just think, I don't know. I just think, I don't know. I just think certain things just, I guess I'm just disappointed because I thought by the year 2000 we'd have flying cars. I think the Jetsons really set the bar too high, and it kind of pissed me off because we don't have a lot of the shit they kind of promised us, you know, and I'm kind of waiting for it. Like, all right, when are we gonna get fucking, you know, when are we gonna get fucking lightsabers? I want motherfucking lightsabers. We get flying cars. What about teleportation? I want fucking teleportation. You know, yeah, we got the communicator, ding, 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 whatever. We've got this, so we have video conferencing and stuff. We're starting to get some robots, which really should be way up to RoboCop standard by now, but we're nowhere near that, at least not publicly. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm a little disappointed. Exactly, 2001 Space Odyssey. Come on, man. You know? Eating maggots, worms. They're just noodles, Rob. It's like, huh? You know, that wouldn't fuck with me, though. That wouldn't fuck with me. Because, for me, the visual stuff doesn't get me. Smell. Oh, fucking smells will get me. If I'm sitting there eating noodles and it tastes good, like, I'm like, God damn, you're fucking good-ass noodles. And it's like, is that noodles you eating, Rob? Mm-hmm. You're good noodles. Or is it maggots? I don't feel nothing moving in my mouth. It's a good taste of maggots. You're right. I'm eating maggots. Yeah, I'd be like, fuck, dude. Try again. Yeah, teleportation would be... Could you imagine the benefits of teleportation? It's like, hey, I'm going to go over to Canada today. Boom. Now, they'd have to regulate it. They'd have to have teleportation pods that you would... Boop. So you'd have to do some kind of a handshake. They'd have to see your ID on the other side. You pop over, you're inside of a containment unit, so you can't just teleport and run. Right? And then they'd check you and everything and make sure you're scheduled to be okay. And then after that, oh yeah, okay, welcome to Canada. You know, that'd be cool. Jumper shit. Not that. They would never, ever allow that kind. Oh my Lord. Oh, Philadelphia Project, yeah. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of stuff about that particular project that I don't know. I think some shit got fucked up because of that personally. I think some shit really got fucked up. I think our primary timeline has probably been destroyed at least 3 times, and I think they've had to reboot this Matrix because of it, and then pull from backup and all this other shit. And I think that's why certain people have certain recollections and certain people don't, because certain people got copied over into, you know, this reality here. And they're like, dude, you remember that? The fuck are you talking about, dude? That's never been that way. Yeah, it was. No, yeah, it was. Yeah. Fucking around with time, teleportation, even what is that? Umbrella something that it's like a superhero thing on Netflix. The one kid, he could teleport, but he fucked with teleporting in time, jumping in time. He got stuck in the future, and then he came back. But it was funny because when he came back, he was in his kid's body. So it was like, it makes you wonder. You know, they talk about, you know, if you ever go back in time and you see yourself and you touch yourself, you know, then you just cause this big fucking problem or whatever. It's like Umbrella Academy, thank you. And I'm kind of like, How do they fucking know that? Like, how do they really fucking know that? Like, if I went back and I saw myself, would me seeing myself cause a problem? Or do I have to run up and high five myself? Like, if I run up and high five myself because they're saying the same object cannot exist in the same timeline, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, but how do you know that? Did somebody in the past do that shit and stuff got really fucked up? And so they passed this thing, dude, don't ever do that. You know what I mean? That's the thing that's funny. If you look at our world around us, a lot of the things that they tell us is the truth. I'm kind of like, how do you know that? Like, for real. Like, 100% sure. You know? You don't really know shit. You just want to sound like you know some shit, so you got your little theories out there, and the theories sound good, and you create math to back it up, but let's be honest, you really don't know shit either. That's okay, that's cool. Let's see, I used to call new sailors on the boat that gave me a hard time effectless butterflies. Instead of a butterfly effect. They're just non-playing characters. They're like fucking nothings, you know. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. Like, that's what I tell my kids. I'm like, you know what, guys, at the end of the day, I don't know shit. I really don't. The more time goes by, the more I realize, dude, I really don't know shit. Like, the things that I know are the things that I can vouch for that I've experienced. I can say, well, I know if I get kicked in the nuts, that's a bad day. I know if somebody comes up and punches me, it hurts. I know if something I see affects me as sad, I'll cry. You know, but really, as we start to get a lot further out from us to the actual outside world, I don't know shit, man. I don't know shit. Rob shows up to kill Rob to become the one. Run. Yeah, I love that. That was a great movie. Jet Li, that was fucking awesome. All right, Jay. I'm going to probably end this pretty soon here anyway. I'm going to go. Fuck it. I'll go another 13 minutes, making it even 2.5 hours. I don't give a fuck. I'll do that. Since I'm not doing a show tomorrow anyway. And this is all unscheduled fun time. Just hanging out. Just bullshitting. Just talking shit. It's not like, you know, the funny thing is, I put these live ones out, and there might be an hour. Sometimes there might be a 2-hour show. I just leave them up there. And it's funny because I laugh sometimes when I think about quote unquote censorship and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, man, if there's an algorithm and they're like, oh, this content's somewhat suspect, and there's some poor fucker that has to sit and watch my shit in its entirety, I just kind of chuckle. I'm like, you guys are flagging my shit for what? Why are you getting your panties in a bunch? Because I'm hinting at conspiracies. I'm, you know, talking about the false realities that we're being fed on a regular basis. You know, and they get their panties in a bunch over that. You know what I mean? It's like, seriously? Relax, man. Like, that is probably the only thing super that I miss about back in the day. You didn't have as many of these fucking, I'm going to quote from a different movie, slack-jawed pussies. There's a lot of slack-jawed pussies now. And I'm just like, I get real irritated when I see somebody sitting there just bemoaning hardships. I'm like, dude, the hard shit that we go through is what really fucking define us, really make us who we're meant to be. Because everything was fucking perfect utopian, which incidentally we as human beings could never exist in. We could never exist in a perfect utopian society. It just wouldn't happen. You're always going to have, as Blade stated, you always have one motherfucker that wants to ice skate uphill. Because at the end of the day, human beings are broken. Broken. And I think it's by design. I have a book I'm gonna be working on after I'm done with these next ones, and this is the fun thing. We are all different different type of mythological creatures, right? All of us, exactly, Blade. We are all different mythological creatures, from trolls to gnomes to elves to dwarves to vampires and werewolves and you name it. They're all real. They're the reality. This human exterior that we're living in is a spell. It's an illusion. So we're not this, okay? So now here's the story arc. Here's what makes it interesting. There was a mechanism. I don't know if it was a book, a crystal, just a persistent spell, something though, that kept the truth from everybody. But for whatever reason in a story, it fails. And now you wake up and you're a big, hairy fucking werewolf. You don't transform. You're just a fucking werewolf. A vampire is a vampire. And the vampire turns out to be those motherfuckers that are always, you know, dragging you into these really horrible... I drank too much champagne now. I have to pee. That sounds familiar. I don't know it off the top of my head. I don't know. I think you got me. And like the big ass, like big bodybuilding, like world champion, like the mountain and stuff, they're like hill giants. And you're like, oh, that makes fucking sense. And then you see like basketball players and stuff like that, you know, they're just like tall elves. And you're like, dude, that's fucking cool, you know? But that's like, but everybody, every last person on the planet is something. And then you're like, that's fucking hilarious. I think the closest I've seen to this was like Grimm on TV. Like he could see the wolf people, and he could see like the little ones, you know, all these different ones. But what if we were all like that? And we find out, wow, why were they lying to us? Why were they keeping us from who we were meant to be? You know? So, yeah. You're gonna wake up as a hobbit, you know? You wake up with some... Yeah, Matrix 2, there were some interesting things in there, you know? But, yeah, I thought Grimm was actually very interesting. Garen wakes up as a hobbit. That's funny. That's funny. Or, to be more ironic, he wakes up and he's like a fucking orc. Big as fuck. Hella muscular. Just massive in size, right? You're like, what the fuck? You know? And make it really ironic, you know? But I just thought, how funny would that be? And then, you know, obviously, magic's real, but it was magic used to prevent us from being magical or whatever. So, you know, I just thought that'd be fun. That'd be a fun story. A fun environment, if you will. So, you know, that's another story idea I got going on. It's probably going to fucking be a while before I get to writing that one. That's like number 61. I got all these fucking stories I want to write. I just don't have time to write them all, you know? I mean, I could probably do something like, okay, I'm going to cut out all YouTube. I'm going to cut out all of this. I'm going to cut all of that. Now I got time. But then I'm like, I kind of like those things. Those other things actually give me enjoyment. Give me a mental break. It allows me to fucking relax and have fun, you know, and not feel bad. Like, I'll sit and play a game, for example. Like, if I played something like World of Warcraft, when I'm done playing, I feel guilty. I feel like, I just wasted all this fucking time for what? I didn't really achieve anything. It's like, yeah, I had a little bit of fun playing it, and I got griefed quite a bit. I got ganked a couple of times, but I wasn't enjoying it. But like this, I enjoy this. I wake up as a djinn. Yeah, run around. You want a wish? Want a wish? I can give you a wish. I'll give you a fucking wish. For a cost. You know, that'd be, you know. But yeah, I'm I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like I really enjoy like the Robert and Rick show now that we're doing a story times. Like those are so fun. Like I'm really enjoying that. That's like allowing me to, because I was telling somebody earlier we were talking. It's real important to find your passion, the thing that you really get fun out of. So my daughter wants to be a cop, really, really bad. She wants to be a cop. So we went shooting today, and yeah, at first the first couple shots they were good. They were solid on paper, good. Glock 27 in petite little hands, and she did good. She handled the fucking gun. She handled it better than my wife, and she's really adverse to noise and really adverse to smells and some other stuff, which is typical with her condition. But she soldiered it, boy. Oh, I was proud as fuck. She fought past that shit, and I kept saying, go, go, go. She fought past it. She got past it. She got past it. She kept going. She kept going. She shot 45 rounds through the Glock, and then I could tell her wrist was really getting sore. So then I switched her over to a fucking AR. Oh, her accuracy through the fucking roof. And the AR wasn't even she was Weaverly shooting. Weaverly? I think that's the style she was saying. She actually researched, like I was gonna tell her how to stand and everything, but I was looking at her posture, like she naturally was taking certain positions, and I was like, good shit. Good shit. She was squared off, planted well, and I was like, wow, I don't have to tell her anything. And I think some of that was her researching different stances. Like I was just watching her. And then she got to that AR, man, and that AR is off. It's not dialed in. I need to sight it, everything else, but it's a new gun, new sights, everything. And so I real quick taught her, you shoot and you see where you are on paper, and oh, this gun is off. You just compensate. First shot off, everything else solid. At 10 yards, great. 15 yards, still good. About 25, still on paper. For her first time shooting, she went through six magazines. I don't load the magazines full 30. They're 29, so I keep a little wiggle room out in case I'm hot swapping. Because when I was training and I was putting full rack magazines in with a chambered round, magazine oftentimes would pop back out. But if I go 29 and I had one in the chamber, pop that in, it would seat just fine. So I load all my magazines 29. So she shot all of that, and it was funny because I could see her getting tired holding the weight. She's smaller. She's a lot smaller than me. And she was holding it. She was pop, pop, pop. And then I did drills. So we put paper on paper like this. I said left, right, left, right, left, right. She just pop, 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 pop. And for her first time, man, I was proud as fuck. She did a fucking great job. And I could tell, I could feel it from her. She was all giddy and talking, blah, 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 blah. And it's funny because I asked her, I said, okay, so you want to be a cop. What's your end goal? What's your end game? You know what she said? She wants to be the chief. She wants to be the motherfucking chief. She don't want to be just a detective, just a lieutenant. No, she wants to be top dog. And I'm like, okay, go get it. Go get it. The only thing that's gonna stop you is a bunch of people that aren't gonna be too happy about you doing it. But if you're fucking Commissioner Gordon, you know what I mean? Just do it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Deck of cards, nice. Yeah, we're gonna hurt my soul to shoot the cards, but yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we can do that. But yeah, there's places out here we can shoot too. There's places out here. All right, man. Later, Bear. I'm gonna be in this in about a minute anyway. So, but yeah, when you come down, man, I'll make sure there's a place we can go. She's been shooting in the range. She shot in the range, so I'm going to take her to the range on a regular. But we'll go do the outside shooting. That's going to give her a lot more freedom of movement. It gives it more dynamic environment as far as different targets, different locations, different distance, dealing with the environment as well. Less. It'd be more chaotic, I think, and I think it'll be fun for her. So she's looking forward to it. And I got a ton of shit. Like, we'll take the shotgun, we'll take the rifle, we'll take the Mosin. I told her the Mosin. I showed her the Mosin. I said, but you'll get tired real quick on that. But it's got a bipod on it, so we'll get her shooting that, getting her comfortable in a prone position, so she can practice that kind of shooting too. But yeah, that's her passion. She really wants to do it, and so I tell all my kids, you find your passion, you chase your passion. I will support you 100%. If that's what you want to do, we'll do it. So one daughter wants to cook, another son, he's just fucking avid hardcore gamer. He's earning his stripes. He's getting it. So yeah, that's the goal. But yeah, so I think I've talked enough. 2 hours, 30 minutes. I think we're good. Oh yeah, balloons. Oh, that'd be fucking fun. That'd be fun. I mean, yeah, we could do all kinds of fun shit. We got plenty of time to plan too, because I think you're talking end of May. I think that's what I was reading from your thread with your sister. Her thing is like the first week of June. So yeah, that's a long drive also from Ogden. I was looking at that. So I'm pretty close to Ogden. I'm in West Jordan. So Ogden, I think, is I think it's about maybe 30 minutes away from me. But it's still not too bad. Anyway, we'll get it all figured out, all that fun stuff. But yeah, I got. It'll be fun, man. It'll be fun hanging out with you. I think we have a lot of stories we could share, have a good time with. All right, so I'm going to cut it here. Otherwise, I will talk all fucking night because I have the gift of gab. I can do that. I tell stories. I entertain. It's what I do. It's what I do. But I gotta go feed the kids and all the other stuff. So I will talk to you guys later. If you like it, like it. If you do, be so kind. Give me a thumbs up. I'm going to start trying to push for those thumbs up just because the YouTube stuff is starting to get a little weird. So I want to get more interaction on the videos and stuff like that. So yeah, so if you like it, that means a thumbs up. If you like it, please subscribe. Click the bell. All that shit. I think most of you guys do that anyway. Tell some friends if you want to. Don't forget the tacticalgeek.com. There's some fun shit there. If you guys have ideas, like I'll be doing some Jackalope and Vixen designs pretty soon. I'll be doing a Lyra design pretty soon. I'm going to probably collab with Renee and do something on a nut job side. Some other fun stuff. And if any of those journals or books are useful for you guys for work, for managing your life and things of that nature, go for it. Yak, the next book, the very next one I'm going to do will be that Reliant book. So if you have some ideas that are things you want to track that are important for you and your family, just send me an email, message me on Facebook, whatever. I will get it in there because I like to build things for you guys that are going to give real use for you guys to utilize and actually benefit from. So let me know, because that's going to be the next book that I work on. And then that's it. All right, go out, live life to the fullest, ride the bus till the wheels fall off. Go live life, get some scars, tell some stories. Find some love and all that jazz. And I will see you guys, as well as the faces and everything else, next week. All right, guys. Later.